and he dipped me in this sort of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers way, you know, like, and before my head even came back up, I saw my entire future, and I was going to be with Šoba for the rest of my life.
What are you doing?
Well, this is a moment, you know.
Photographing. Wait, don't waste your film. That's too expensive.
Do that again. Put your hand up. This is really something, and I don't do this all the time. I was kidding. So this is Leslie's mic, and it's the Hanna and Szoba and Leslie interview.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Šoba's mic, and this is, I don't know who will interview.
Obviously, your interview.
You start.
I start.
I like that. Yeah, you start.
Okay.
So yeah, what kind of love do you have in your life?
You know, Leslie's here. For example.
She couldn't be closer.
Yes, yeah. We should get close. So yeah, I mean, she is the most of something that I consider love is related to Leslie, because sometimes it's all day I send her love messages in the other room. Hey, sweetie
It's true.
pie,
He
I
texts
love
me
you.
from the couch.
So we do have like very
With love
like,
notes.
very loving
He gets love
relationship.
attacks.
Love it.
Until, you know, we start barking at each other for various reasons. I don't want to mix love with the passion. So that is something that it is, you know, it can come, sometimes can overlap. You can do things out of the passion, and you can do things out of the love. Because passion, you can feel extremely passionate about something, but is it a love? Mm-hmm. That is the question. And our love started
Passionately.
very passionately, without, and love was not there immediately. It was attraction, it was passion, it was.
Well, it took
you know,
him longer than me. The way we met originally kind of peripherally, if I'm saying that right.
You are.
Thank you. And he was busy doing his work, his artwork, and I was busy actually doing a big project that I had started. So anyway, we knew each other, but more on the side.
It took me quite a while to sit and tell myself, I love this girl. You know, it took me a while. You know, you cannot be ready for that. You know, I wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
Yeah.
No, but I was definitely not ready
obviously.
to fall in love and to have a relationship. If anything,
Yeah.
I did not want any relationship because I got out from the war. I feel like I'm a butterfly. I just want to fly around and have fun and, you know, do these things. But, you know,
And you know, you can't have fun when you're in love. So that would have just ended immediately. So just wanted to add that, sorry. The way it happened, oh my gosh, we were in this like nightclub, one of these really smoky underground clubs, and, you know, came out stinking, and this was after hours and multiple beers and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And so right in front of the place, he suddenly, without any kind of notice, he just grabbed me and he dipped me in this sort of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers way. You know, like, I mean, I think my head was almost to the ground. I've never even, and I was just so, you know, and before my head even came back up, I saw my entire future in my head. I knew exactly what was going to happen, and I was going to be with Šoba for the rest of my life. I knew it all. I mean, he really didn't believe that what I was saying was true.
I'll never see her again after the first time
Literally. He just figured out she's another one.
Okay,
she's some spoiled American.
You know, I'll never see her again. She's going back to her husband. I'll never see her again. And then I went to France, and suddenly one morning the telephone is calling. There are three people I was sharing apartment with. And one of them like, oh, somebody's calling you know. And
with an American accent.
She was calling me to tell me that she's coming, and I was like, wow.
I couldn't hold it in. I'm surprised I did for as long as I did,
Yeah.
and I finally just let it all out. And of course, he let it all out.
Yeah, of course.
And that was the end.
And you
of
said,
course.
hey, you said straight up, like, I'm in love with someone else. You
Yeah,
told him, wow.
yeah,
oh my
yeah.
gosh.
So that was tough.
That's so
I never
interesting.
had any experience like that. Relationship with a very serious person from America. You know, for me, that was like some kind of science fiction scenario. We almost started fighting almost immediately.
Yeah.
So it was
Really?
Yeah, it was like because as
We clashed.
as
I how
saw-
else can we?
It was
just-
kind of like we had our famous fight,
Oh, we've had
which
a
all
few.
our friends
There's
been
a
there.
famous fight.
It lasted for 4 hours
We've had
in
several.
Dubrovnik
Seriously.
on the main drag.
Oh, that's the one you chose?
Yeah.
Oh, we
4 hours.
famous
Man,
one.
we
Yeah.
were fighting. We were at it for hours. I mean,
Yeah.
till we were
No,
finally
screaming out of bottom of our lungs.
And then we got quieter because we were getting exhausted.
We got exhausted
we
by
were
4 o'clock in the
exhausting
morning.
them. Yeah, and by about 4 o'clock, we suddenly like stopped screaming, and suddenly in the quiet, we heard this voice saying, "I'll never forget," saying, "Please, for the love of God, could you two stop?"
It was our neighbor across the.
It was Dave. And we just started laughing hysterically. I mean, that was the deal breaker. That finally shut us up. And we teased him about it ever since. And he was always so embarrassed, you know, but it's like, no, we deserved it, you know.
Do you think that he saved your marriage?
No, because we fought a lot since then. And
Okay.
I think we fought a lot on our wedding as well.
Oh, yeah,
but
well.
for good reason. I mean, like your father.
But there was
we
always
won't go
some
there.
factors.
Right, but did it ever feel, because you said in the beginning of this conversation, you said immediately that like you knew that this was going to be your partner for life.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, like, when you fight, do you doubt that, or is it just like fighting
No.
is just, no, you don't, right?
It's
I didn't
just
think you did.
release or something. I don't know. We have shut up. We have quieted down.
Yeah.
Our neighbors aren't complaining as much anymore. But we're loud and we're opinionated still and stubborn still. So these are all.
But you never see it as like a severe thing, or it doesn't like make you
So
worry
we
about
went
breaking up.
to the couples therapy for
Yeah,
2
that's
years.
great. Did you enjoy it? Was it good?
It definitely did help us because we learned some things.
Yeah.
Techniques, how to stop conflict, how to avoid confrontations, and how to take a time out, which is actually extremely important thing because we just couldn't stop when we started, and
yes.
you know, so it wasn't just a nice and pleasant ride, of course not.
Yeah.
She got multiple sclerosis very, not after we came here to the United States, maybe 2 years after.
So really early in the relationship?
Yeah,
How long had you
pretty
been
much.
together when you got the diagnosis?
Since
It's a good question.
90
I'm terrible with time.
Okay, it's just since January 98.
Oh, we married in 94? Was that it?
92.
Oh, God. Okay.
I was born
No,
in
I'm sorry, we made,
93.
sorry. We made it 2002.
We're all
I'm
close.
sorry, 2002. Yeah, that's.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right. You're right.
When things started going down with Leslie, I was more scared and petrified than I ever was, honestly, because I was like, I was losing the. The person I loved the most was like going through some extremely hard time. It was really hard to watch. It was really hard to watch. It just I almost wish it was me who had to go through that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a friend who basically got diagnosed, and within 2 years he ended up in a wheelchair, and he can move only one hand right
Oh my
now.
God.
Things were so bad. It was actually, it was like, I suffered. I can't believe how it was for her.
Yeah.
I suffered watching her going.
You helped me so much. I remember that case of really bad vertigo, and you led me around. I hardly went. I don't think I even went outside until there was this big, beautiful snow. Do you remember that?
Of course.
And you walked me to the end of the block and back. I mean, I was hanging off him, but I was so happy because it
To
was
see
so
the snow.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And we have photos of that even.
And-
we have
and-
photos
and-
of everything.
Then she started getting like some serious drugs for MS.
Yes.
That were totally like affecting her body.
Yeah,
and her,
they're very
and her-
dangerous, actually.
And it was like, and
They don't even give it
And at
anymore.
one point, she was even in a wheelchair. She broke the leg, Was that the case, or why you even
Well, I broke a leg because I was driving my Vespa everywhere.
falling from motorbike 6 times?
Oh my God, such an exaggeration. Not 6 times. Jesus Christ.
6
Although I
times.
have had 2 serious accidents. I got hit.
2 serious ones. She was,
Broke bones and needed surgeries and had 2 lawsuits and won them both. So I got a bunch of money, and everyone jokes now like, wow, you're due for another lawsuit because you really need the money. So get out there and drive more,
And sue people.
I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I should
but
do
each time I
that.
got a phone call, "Hey, I'm in hospital," and I'm immediately, oh my
I'm like,
God,
don't panic,
what is now?
but
What is now? Often nowadays people are not really ready to suffer and to, because people want to have some life and, move on, and, But I just didn't want to back down.
you stuck by.
I was
He
with Leslie 100%.
a good caretaker.
Yeah, I promised her on our wedding day that I'll be with her.
Yes.
No matter
In a
what.
foreign language, though. I didn't know what the fuck they were saying. But anyway, other than that, I assumed it was about mutual love and respect. But we had a very
No, I swore that I'll
bureaucratic
take
wedding.
care of you to the end of my life.
So you knew what they were saying. That's
Well,
good.
yeah.
Somebody had to
I
know.
usually keep my promises.
And I was just wondering, I don't know, you guys seem really positive. You've been through so many of these hospital visits, so many surgeries, so many things, and you don't seem like depressed people. So my question is, how do you stay positive? How do you keep believing that you're going to get better?
Just laugh.
No, but it's we have lots of laughter.
Laughter,
We like
okay.
jokes.
A lot of
we
shouting,
like, lots of,
but a lot of
lots
laughter.
of fun, lots of,
So
actually.
bicker and laugh. That's the
Yeah,
advice.
that is, in a nutshell,
love
3 words.
Bicker and laugh.
Bicker and...
I want to get a tattoo of that.
Yeah, that would be...
Bicker
That
and
would
laugh.
be good.
I mean, after all, you have to be tolerant. You have to tolerate, many things, as we both do. And you have to be patient, which is something that it takes really lots of energy.
That's hard.
It's hard to be patient. Because for someone who's
It's
absolutely
really funny.
impatient
You're
like I am,
reminding me of this moment. Well, we both agreed, but I think I said it first. We were in the cab, and it was probably, it feels like a cabin, the trailer. We were in there, and it probably was a rainy day. We were very close to each other and getting agita, like, get out of my way, or I want to do this, you want to do that,
Yeah.
And so we were really kind of gearing up to a fight or something. And then I sort of paused and I said, you know what's interesting? Even now, even while you're driving me nuts, I still love you. It's always there at the
right.
bottom.
Right.
I love you. And he said, yeah, me too, And we kind of agreed, and we stopped fighting, which was nice. So maybe the answer to that question is we always have to remind each other that the love is there,
Sure.
even when it's hard.
I love that. Thank you so much. I've asked you everything.
Yay!
Thank you guys. That was so good. You guys are amazing.
Oh, gosh.
That was so good.